Good afternoon and welcome to Goffstown High School. My name is Scott Gross and I am joined by Bill Ruel. Welcome, Bill.
Scott, welcome back. It's what, third, fourth year, something like that.
Yeah. It's the start of another girls softball season for the Grizzlies, and today they're playing the Alvirne Broncos. And surprisingly, the weather has cooperated. We've had a couple of cancellations over the last couple of days for the program, but today will be the starting, the first game of the season at home for the Grizzlies, and it's their first year in Division I.
Yeah, I think that you know what? Here's what we're saying. I get to the tournament for thinking ahead, and I think they can do it. I think there's some teams in Division I that are, not that good. There's others you're going to face that you're really going to have to play well.
All right, so now we're going to turn it over to our public address announcer who's going to start the festivities. We're going to take a little break here. All right, we're back after the national anthem, and we're ready to get started. So we've got a lot of visitors here in the booth. This is packed back here. A lot of alum from last year's
Team Day.
So that speaks to volumes of the program here in Goffstown, where so many returning players come back for opening day. And Goffstown is taking the field, and we'll go through who's playing where. So playing first base for Goffstown is Kaylee Mullen. Second base is going to be Tegan Coyle. She's a senior, as well as Mullen. And at shortstop will be a freshman, Taylor Watterson. Third base, Liv Brennan. In right field, Bree Page. Center field is Emily Peterson. And in left field, Saya Sarvella. And then behind the plate will be Alex Page. And the starting pitcher today will be Shannon Gifford, number 2.
I look at the defense, and I think this is going to be a big test. This defense can be very good.
You got a lot of returning players, Bill, from last year. So I think you're right. I think they should be fairly good defensively, but early on in the season, it's tough. This is spring sports, whether it be baseball or softball. They don't get a whole lot of opportunities to practice because you got snow on the ground, so you're practicing inside, which kind of limits you tremendously. Yes, you can go into the batting cage and you can throw around the gym a bit, but it does limit you. So a lot of these players don't really come into form for like a good 2-3 weeks into the season.
Yeah, and practice time too is limited indoors. They've got volleyball now.
Yeah.
So that takes some practice time, out of it. But we'll see. I went through a lot of preseason stuff, and you could see that there's a good amount of talent.
So Kaylee Boucher for the Broncos will lead off, number 3. Ironically, both teams have pretty much the same colors, so this is going to be a challenge. That's an inside pitch for ball 1. It was interesting, during the national anthem, the flag was still, and for the most part, there's really no wind here today.
Good pitch.
And that is a great pitch, evening up the count 1-1. Pitch is high for ball 2. 2-1 count. The infield is playing even with the bag, it looks like. Brennan at the corner and Mullen at third. I'm sorry, Mullen at first.
Shortstop's deep.
Outfield, it looks like they're playing regular depth.
Good pitch. Yep.
So Gifford with that strike takes the count to a full count, 3-2. That was a little low. So Kaylee Boucher, she walks at her first at bat. And now in steps Alicia Salvazo, the shortstop for the Broncos. Let's see if there's any attempts here to steal
Move
a base.
runner.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's interesting to see if they play small ball early on, if they try to advance the runners. Let's see if she bunts. And
Yep.
she does set up. Coyle is a little bit slow getting over there.
This girl's way up in
second.
the box with an open stance. See?
You often playing the rotation
Again.
play, and she bunts it foul. So on that bunt play, everybody's moving around. You're seeing, obviously, Brennan at third, charging in hard. Molin's charging in hard. Coyle is running over to first to cover first base. It's a 1-1 count. That pitch is high. 2-1. So at this point, you know, Gifford's having some issues pitching strikes. That was a nice off-speed pitch, it looked like, right? She took a little off that one.
A little
Even
high,
up, yeah.
little high, but she swung at it. She's got an even count now.
But I think that change of velocity was difficult to pick up. It looked like coming off of her motion. That was another same type of pitch. So another full count for the Broncos. Salvazo. And let's see if the runner goes here. Nope. And that's a foul ball. Still 3-2 count. Runner was not moving there. And the runner didn't really take a big lead, Bill. You notice that?
No. Two steps.
Yeah.
Got her. Got her.
And that's a great pitch. I don't know if was that a foul tip or no. Do you see it? Was it a foul tip?
Swing and strike.
Swing and a miss. In steps the catcher, Haley Beasley. Infield is a couple of steps in here. See if there's another bunt coming.
Yeah.
Shows bunt, throws over to second, but that.
A little late getting there.
Yeah, a little late. And that's one of the hardest things when you're playing the shortstop position. You got to be moving in so many different directions.
Yep.
It's a 1-1 count with one out. A lot of ones. Runner at second now for the Broncos. Off-speed pitch. Beautiful pitch by Gifford. I think I would have swung at that one.
Pull the old string for sure.
Yeah. You know what? If she can be successful with that pitch, Bill, because we know she can throw the heat.
Mm-hmm.
That's a strike.
On the shoulder.
So number 23, Talia Duca.
Left-hander.
Lefty. Let's see if there's any change in defense. No one's really moving in the outfield. Took a little off that one as well, but high.
Wouldn't you move the center fielder just a little bit?
I would. I would move the center fielder a tad over, but they're playing straight away. Ooh, that one looked good, but we're not looking right over the plate. So a 2-0 count. Looked like Gifford thought that was a strike. That's outside. 3-0. So right now Gifford's trying to find that groove. She's had some really good pitches this inning, but also has quite a few balls. Ooh. And then she's trying to hit it on the outside part of the plate, and she walks on 4 pitches, Talia Duca. So the 2 base runners for the Broncos both got on with base on balls, and in steps number 2, Courtney Mariolis.
Every one of their batters is up in the box.
Looks like
that's a good move.
I think it is a real good move because she's struggling finding the strike zone. If I was her, I'd be talking about the taco tour coming on May 2nd in Manchester. That would calm Gifford down, I think. There's nothing wrong with talking about tacos.
And give her an upset stomach, too.
Right, exactly. I hope there's not a game on May 2nd because I will not be here.
Good pitch.
Yeah, great pitch. Bill, I think this is the deal. I've been talking to you about this thing for 4 years now. You're coming with me. We don't have a game. You're coming with me. I'll treat. I figure maybe you're good for 4 tacos tops.
Too high.
Shit. Yeah. So we got a 2-1 count with 2 outs.
I don't know. Is it a release point? Is she releasing the ball, too high or?
She took a little off that one and foul tipped it in for even up the count 2-2 with 2 outs. This is where she's got to bear down and just throw strikes.
Good
there you go. That's going to be trouble for Goffstown. That's going to go to the fence. That could bring in at least 1 run. Will they bring her around? No. That's a double.
2-base hit.
For Courtney Mariolis. And she drives in a run. And quickly the Broncos go on top to lead this one 1-0. Runners now at second and third. So for Brianna O'Connor, the right fielder. And that's a strike. So Gifford looking to get out of a jam here. Those two, the 2 runners, the run that scored was base on balls, and the runner at third also on a walk. Took a little off that one. Nice pitch. So now she's in a pitcher's count, 0-2, with 2 outs. In the dirt, nice stop by the catcher, 1-2. That's a waste pitch. A 2-2 count. That one, I think it was her release point. They had a full count now, so she went from 0-2 to 3-2 to Brianna O'Connor.
That's third full count this inning. Come on. Got her.
And that was a little inside. So another base on balls to load the bases for the Broncos. And Megan Jakes, first baseman, steps in, and she can do some damage here. It also looks like it's a short stride on the delivery, too. Watch her plant foot. That one she lunged. It seemed like her stride was short on the balls, and then when she has a good lunge stride forward, she's getting more on it. So 1-0, no balls and a strike.
That's another. Ooh.
Yeah, but if you noticed that the stride. 1-1 count, 2 outs. The Broncos are on the board with 1 run. And that's a nice off-speed pitch by Gifford. And here she's got to bear down here and throw a strike.
Got her.
Great.
Got her. Great pitch.
You don't have to because.
Here's the K.
What? Oh, she dropped it? Did she drop that ball? Then why did we throw the ball? Okay. Huh.
No, that doesn't matter on the third out.
Yes. Yeah. Either or. I didn't think it hit the ground on that play. So here we're going to head into the bottom of the first inning.
1 run, 1 hit.
And number 8 is Kiara Chase. She's the pitcher. I'm wondering when Mr. Rand is going to fire up the hot dogs. When does that start officially? Mr. Rand retired. You have officially retired. I didn't hear that.
We should have a retirement ceremony.
When is the retirement party, Bruce?
Hot dogs and hamburgers.
We'll have to go to the Trestle in Goffstown for Bruce Rand's retirement party. Yeah.
Well, looking at this lineup, I'm looking at after Brennan, Page, Sarvella, Page,
Yeah.
Peterson. This is where this lineup's going to have to do some damage. Because you know the top, they're going to be pretty solid. You know, I watched Watterson in preseason as a freshman. She's got a lot of tools.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of tools.
Looks like they've got so they got 1 freshman. Peterson's a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
Then they got a few juniors. Mostly, so then it's mostly freshmen. I'm sorry, mostly juniors and seniors. But
right.
So in steps number 9, Taylor Watterson, shortstop. See what she can do. And she fouls one back. And she takes the ball to even the count at 1-1.
Not much speed yet from this pitcher.
So the third baseman for the Broncos is in about 4 steps looking for the bunt. Everyone else is about normal depth in the infield. That's an off-speed pitch to extend it to 2-1 count. That ball's in the dirt. You know, if you're Taylor Watterson, I think your job is to get on base as the leadoff hitter, and I think you got to be patient here. But so far, you haven't had a whole lot to hit.
Right.
So you got to have an eye here.
Good pitch. Yep.
That was inside, but called it a strike. We didn't really get that on the top half of the first inning. There was a couple of pitches just like that were called balls. Full count. And she looks, I think you got to swing at that pitch if you're Watterson.
Is this what we faced last year? Remember the 2 strikes? And
I just think, kind of a
get the ball.
The cardinal rule is that anything close on a potential strike 3, you got to swing, even if you go down swinging.
Late.
Yeah. If you remember last year, Coyle, she started off a tad slow, and then she just went on fire.
Yeah.
She was probably the hottest hitter on the Goffstown team last year at the end of the season. She takes a ball to even the count. And I think it's tough, listen, it's tough on both teams, but, early on in the season, the weather is kind of cold. You didn't really get a whole lot of reps in.
Good
and
pitch.
She crushes one, but that's going to be foul.
Oof.
She packs a lot of power, Coyle. And that is going to make it a 1-2 count. She was way ahead of that one, but that would have been some trouble.
She looks a lot stronger than last year.
Yeah.
I know Matt's been on a weight program with these girls.
Weightlifting, you mean, right?
Yeah.
That's in the dirt, yeah. So it's funny. I think when this pitcher tries to throw an off-speed pitch, I think it's the grip of the ball.
It falls out
of her hand. Yeah. It's interesting to see if they can pick up on that, to see if she has a different grip in her motion. Full count now. Sometimes the coach for the team, like in this case Matt Fleming, can see how she grips the ball from his vantage point. Oh, that one, she tomahawked that one. That was a ball. That would have been a walk.
Atlanta Braves.
Yeah. That was na, 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 right? That's the Florida State too, right?
Yeah.
Now she's going to South Carolina. Oof. So Coyle gets on with a walk. And in comes Gifford. Let's see if they do anything defensively against her. They're going to play her straight away. One thing that I'm pretty certain is that she's not going to bunt. I put money on it.
Just stay alert in the picnic area over there.
Yeah. Stay it. I'm going to predict a home run right here. Bill said that he's going to take me out. He's going to take me to, let's see, what are you going to give me? Whoopie pie or something. Hey, look at that. Mr. Gross called it. Thank you, Bill.
Oh, my God.
I'll take the whoopie pie. Whoopie pie, baby. I'll take one from Cumberland Farms as far as I'm not even going to go picky here. Right, Scott? Right? Did I not call this? I did. Okay? So this is going to have to be on the replay, Adam McCune. Nostradamus. Grosstradamus is what they used to call me. Scott Grosstradamus when I would predict plays in football. So now Goffstown leads 2-1.
This is a key player.
You can almost smell that one.
Mullen's a key player. She got to hit this year.
Nice pitch.
Yep.
Oh, 2 count. You got to have an active bat here. And Mullen is quickly in an 0-2 hole. And she fires one at first base, and that's caught in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So she got, I think overall, I think you got to be aggressive early on.
Yeah.
And she lines to first. And Liv Brennan. And that's a ball. I think Liv was another one last year, right? Started off a little slow, but then came on real strong. I think for some athletes, I know Liv plays basketball, and you're switching sports, and you don't have much time to do it.
Yeah.
We've got a few basketball players on this team. And I always thought that hitting a ball is one of the most difficult things to do.
Well, didn't Ted Williams say that? I think he did.
Yeah.
In his book. Yeah.
2-1 count to Brennan. I'm just saying it's that whole eye-hand coordination, and then that you have a split second to make decisions. And that's a great poke. That's going to be over her head, off the
She'll
fence.
Get to second.
Will she get to second? That's going to be tough.
No.
She goes back. The ball went off the base, off the rail of the fence.
Came back
and
to
it came back right to the center fielder to hold her to a really long single. Had that ball hit any other part of the fence, Bill, that ball will die right there. And she gets a double. But because of the manner in which to hit the fence, she only gets a single. But it was well stroked. Bree Page, the right fielder, is in. And she fouls one off. She's also, her feet, she's pretty up in the box there.
Yep.
Oh, that was a little bit late. Got to quicken up that swing just a bit, So it's a 0-2 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Nice stop by the catcher. That was Haley Peasley with a good stop. And she swings right through that. That was not the greatest at bat, but with that, a 2-run home run by Shannon Gifford, and Goffstown leads 2-1 as we head into the top of the second inning. Let's take a little bit of a break here, folks.
Good piece, though.
We need some music, use a little bit of AC/DC.
Good stroke.
That was a good swing, right?
All right, we're going to head into the top of the second inning. Goffstown leads 2-1. Game's going a little slow. We're probably 30 minutes in, it seems like. It's only the one inning. It's kind of like Major League Baseball where it takes like 3 hours to play a game.
It's a good pitch.
And that's first pitch strike.
Another one.
Yeah, another good pitch. So what do you say? It's about what? High 40s right now?
I pulled in, it was 50.
50, okay.
Yeah, so
Not great, but not bad, right? It's about typical for this time of year. We're going to get a nice day on Saturday, I'm told, in the potentially 70 degrees. That hit her. And she had her ahead. She had her in the hole on 0-2 count. That's one you don't want to see. And hopefully number 13, that was Sophia Catuli. Hopefully she's okay. She got hit by pitch. And up next is Mia Francisco, number 12.
yeah. Watch out. Here could bunt again.
Yeah.
Another lefty.
So Shannon's kind of like Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn right here in the first game, having some control issues, right?
Slapper.
That was a great pitch.
You should be. Get ready, girls.
That's a number. Hopefully Coyle's going to get there, and she can't grab it. That's going to be safe. So she was late getting over there, but I'm sorry, Bill.
Yeah.
She was a little late getting over there, and because of that, she couldn't really set her feet.
It's an E.
But because the ball was thrown perfectly to her. So it's an error on the second baseman. And now it's runners at first and second, no outs.
Watch another bunt.
Of course you do that, right? You got to bring the runners over. So we got the leadoff hitter, Kaylee Boucher, I should say. She walked her first time around. I think she'll bunt again. And that is a ball. And we got the rotation going on. So Watterson's covering third.
But I would still come up a little bit.
And you can see Watterson's cheating over to third. That is high, and a great play by the catcher, Page. 2-1 count, I should say. That is foul ball.
Yep. So you got to watch the ball roll at that point. If it's rolling forward, you got to make a play on it.
Yeah.
Looked like it was spinning backward.
2 balls and 2 strikes with no outs. Runners at first and second.
Got her.
And that's a strike.
Needed that.
Next up for the Broncos, Alicia Salvalzo.
Now, she tried to bunt first time up.
And she struck out.
Yep.
It depends, it depends how much confidence you have in your hitters. I mean, I would think you're gonna swing away here.
Come again.
Great bunt. Great bunt.
No, hold the ball.
And that's an out. That should be an out. So runners at second and third, but a very, very nice bunt.
That went from the catcher.
Yes, by Salvazo. So that's a sacrifice bunt for Salvazo. And that was a beautiful bunt, by the way.
2-4.
And a real good throw by the catcher
Yep.
for Goffstown on that play. That was Alex Page, and I liked on that where Coyle set up, too, on the inner part of the first base bag. And Nubbard, let
it go foul.
Let it go foul, and she does. It's so weird because we got this guy up here in the press box who happens to be the father of the third baseman, and, like, he's screaming, like, let it go, let it go. And I'm sorry, it was Brad. Lot of Monday morning quarterback coaches up here. Yeah, 0-2 count. And that's going to be on the rooftop. They're actually going to rename that, from what I'm heard, either this year or next year, the rooftop there, the Butch Gifford roof. Butch has been up there at least 100 times collecting softballs over the years. Oh, that looked good. That looked good. You are not going to get any happy faces up here, Mr. Umpire. That looked good. So that's a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Runners at second and third for the Broncos. And now it's even up at a 2-2 count. A lot of 2s here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Second inning. Home team has 2. Sharply hit. And that's a wild throw by Brennan. That's going to score a run. And yes, it will. And that is just sloppy all around for Goffstown. And now it's going to be a 3-2 game for the Broncos. So an error on the third baseman, Brennan. And I'd almost give another error to whoever was at first, because they kind of just, when that ball was, it's almost 2 errors on that play. And that's going to be playable to the center fielder Peterson, and she's under it, and that'll retire the side. But in the top of the first inning, the Broncos score 2 runs to take the lead 3-2.
Second inning.
I'm sorry, second inning to take the lead 3-2, and we're going to take a little break as we head into the second, bottom of the second. She takes the first pitch for a ball. That looks really good, right down the middle. It looked almost as good as the cake that I had today. I had a piece of cake from Just Like Mom's. Oh, so delicious, Bill. Off-speed pitch. No. Beautiful pitch. Yeah, love that pitch by Kiara Chase. And Cervella is in a 1-2 hole here. Well, she's lucky on that one. That one looked off speed. That was a little outside, but I like to see aggressiveness early on. 2-2 count to Cervella. And she goes down swinging.
Yeah.
And in steps Alex Page. the catcher.
Catcher number 15, Alex Page.
I think you mentioned it before, Bill. I think the success of this team is going to depend upon how well they do in the bottom of their order.
Bottom third, I think.
And that's another late swing.
Off balance.
Yeah,
too.
very off balance.
This girl is not dominating.
No. Oh, no. This is and it's not like it's incredible control either,
no.
So she's getting the job done. 1-1 count. And here's the thing is that teams are going to get wise if you can't hit throughout the order. Another way off balance swing by Page. She's got to wait on it. It's not like you're getting a whole lot of heat coming in. You should be able to catch up even if she throws a fast one. And that's going to hit the school bus. 1-2 count. You like cake, Bill? You like sweets or not really?
Got to watch the sweets. Got to watch the sugar.
Okay, all right. Another foul ball. This will not hit the school bus. You're probably a meat potatoes guy, I'm thinking. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good eye.
2-2 count to Page.
Still got to get the bat off the shoulder now. You can't,
Infield, third base is playing in at least 3-4 steps. And now it goes to a full count.
Looks like the first baseman guarding the line.
It is odd. It is very, very odd to be playing in that position.
All right.
That'll hit the bus.
Yeah, on the bounce.
It's also, if you look at first base, you'll see that she's not even in fielding position on the windup.
No.
So that might not be a natural position for her, I'm thinking. Because you look, usually during a windup, you get it down, you put your glove down. Her glove is not even facing. You'll see.
Second base, too.
Yeah.
Off-speed pitch.
Another foul ball. She's battling, that's for sure. So Alex Page has probably probably like the 9th pitch or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a few. And she goes down swinging after a fairly good at bat. She battled there. So Peterson will come up in the 9 spot. So Chase has struck out the last 2 batters for Goffstown. And Peterson takes ball 1.
I'll tell you, Peterson's an athlete.
Yeah.
She can play anything.
Yeah, she was also on the basketball team. Very fast. She takes ball 2. I'm not sure about the newer players on the team, but from last year, from what I can see, Peterson's probably the fastest on the team. So she's one that if she gets on, I have her steal like all the time because I think she's that fast.
No.
And you want to get a runner in scoring, so she gets on, I'm stealing.
And this changeup is
Exactly.
pretty slow.
Right. So Peterson she should let her pitch 2 strikes here. Don't swing now. All right, same thing.
Got another one.
Good. Let her get another one.
Yep.
First baseman is in now. And that's a walk. So let's see what they do here. Let's see if Coach Matt will be running Peterson. I think you do here. You want to get a runner in scoring position with the top of your order up. That's one. And I think you want to test the catcher's arm. And like you say, it's not like the delivery here is super quick. And that is on the roof, coming back down, and we're back. We're good. And that's an 0-1 count. Let's see if Peterson goes here. No, and that's going to be to center field. That's going to be in there.
Nope, stay there.
It's okay. That was a good play by Peterson holding up because the center fielder did a good job. She didn't catch the ball, but she kept the ball in front of her, and that's what you should do. So that was a Watterson just put bat on ball there and let the bat do the work. So Coyle, she walked her first at bat. So now we got runners at first and second, and you don't want to get Coyle on because you got and have to pitch. And that's going to be a number to the pitcher, and that'll do it. So
1 to 3.
So that'll do it for the Grizzlies in the bottom half of the second inning, and they still trail 3-2. And we'll take a little break.
One hit.
And she swings at strike one. And that's Courtney Mariolis. She had an RBI double in the first inning. A little bit low.
Now, where she hit the ball, would you move Sarvella just a tad?
Yeah.
She's having trouble with the sun, too.
And that's another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that is one of the things that's tough about this field is the sun glare is really challenging.
Well, we do have eye black and we do have sunglasses, you know.
And that's a walk. So in steps O'Connor. She walked her first time up.
I can see him bunting again.
Yeah. I mean, they've manufactured almost all of their runs. They've only had, what, like one hit?
Yep.
Which was that double. Everything else has been walks and errors. Tough pitch to bunt against on that one. There was a lot of heat coming there.
Come on. Throw the ball.
What is she doing? You got to throw to first. What you throw behind the runner.
Good backup.
You know what I'm saying, Bill?
Yep.
I mean, on that one, she was already. You have to run towards the runner, and then she then ran back to first, but then she threw the ball to second.
To take the ball and throw it right to the pitcher, right?
Yeah. Well, I think on that one, if you threw it to the pitcher, you've been worse for the wear. But on that particular one, and again, we don't have instant replay, but the runner was pretty much halfway between first and second, and the catcher had the ball.
Right.
So you got to run at her to make her commit, and then she committed to first, but then we threw to second. So. Again, all stuff that's going to – this is first game. Oh, you got it. I mean, I think you got to give these ladies a little bit of breathing room here. First game of the season. Nice off-speed pitch, but a nice way to stick in on number 21. 3-2 count, and you're right. But he got Watterson and Coyle. Someone's got to cover second base here. It's in the dirt. And nice throw by Page. And I was mistaken. That was not a full count. That was a 2-2 count. So now it is a full count. And let's see if the runner goes here. I'd run. And she is running. And it's a ball. So Gifford walks another runner, and in steps number 18. So Connor has 2 base on balls. She's the runner at first base. And Megan Jakes is up. And with no outs, the Broncos have runners at first and second base. And again, this has not been a situation where there's been a whole lot of hitting by Alvirne. It's been mostly walks, errors, and one hit.
So let's move the shortstop up a few steps.
Yeah. And she bunts through it. See, what I'd like to see here is Coyle did a real good job there going over to first base to cover on the bunt, but I want to see not Alex Page, it would be Bree Page, the right fielder. She's got to charge hard. And that's foul.
It's off now.
So now it's an 0-2 count. You won't see a bunt here.
That's the way you throw a fast one right by her.
Right. What did she do in the first inning? I didn't record that one.
Struck out.
Struck out. And that's a pop-up out of play. Way to hang in there by Jakes. Oh-2 count. Broncos looking to do some damage here in the top of the third, and that's an off-speed pitch. Nice job by the catcher, Alex Page. I think you're right, Bill. I think you just attack here. Throw the heater. That's where I think she's the strongest anyway, is just, dominant fastball. A little bit high, 2-2 count. And the story so far has really just been the control at this point.
Yeah. Got her.
Oh, that looked good. But Blue did not think so. So now we got another full count. I mean, this has got to be, what, at least the third or fourth one. And that's strike three. And, right, it's a live ball. So I'm not so sure. On that one, you had the second base runner.
This girl
Cottuli got hit by a pitch.
Yeah.
So runners at first and second again with now one out. Bunt. That's a fair ball. And a great job by Coyle, who holds the ball and runs it in. That's senior leadership, senior play right there.
Move the runner, sacrifice.
And, right, this was an error on this one that brought in a couple, I think. Ball outside. So this was the same situation, right? Wasn't it second and third, and then the ball, I think it was second and third, and we had a tough play at first, and then brought in two. That's a strike right down the middle to even the count 1-1. This is really, really important for Goffstown to get out of this one. You don't want to be down more than a run here. And that's a pop-up, and that will be caught by Brennan. It was a ice cream coner on that one. Yes, but she did a good job. She brought it in. So that takes care of the Broncos as we head into the bottom of the third.
All right, so Shannon steps in. You called the home run last time.
I don't know. I don't think you pitched to her here because it doesn't make any sense. You should just walk her almost.
Ridiculous.
You know, right? You'd be
and if you throw her a changeup, you're in trouble.
Right. But they pitch her right over the plate. You know, makes no sense to me. And that is skied. Let's see where that one goes. That's going to be home run. Barely crossed the fence. A home run for Shannon Gifford. Her second of the game, and she will be greeted by her teammates. And that ties it up. Why you pitched to her, I don't know. Again, maybe because there's nobody in front, and worst is a home run. But that was a sky ball. And I'm not so sure if the fielder had a play on that because it literally just crossed the fence.
Well, you teach the outfielder to go back to the fence.
I hear you, but it just seemed weird. Good swing there by Mullen.
She was out unassisted first baseman.
Right.
Change it.
Foul ball. That'll hit the bus.
Slow with the bat.
It's an 0-2 count. She's not keeping those balls, is she, that lady over there? She needs to be throwing them back to us. Okay, good.
Business manager wants all the balls returned.
Exactly. These things are about $9 each. That is high. I'm paying all the bills while I'm doing this. That's in the dirt.
Lost it.
2-2.
She's got two of them. She's got two of them behind you.
Two count. She goes down swinging.
Next up, the Lady Grizzlies, Liv Brennan.
So Liv Brennan, she roped it
Mm-hmm.
to center field and hit pretty much the pipe, the pole at the fence, and it just ricocheted back to the center fielder and held her for a single. Let's see what she can do with this at bat. That's a ball.
Can't understand
Yeah.
this.
A little bit late on that swing was Brennan. She evens it up at 1-1. So we got a tie game here, folks. 3-3. Bottom of the third. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. A little late on that one, too.
Make contact. Just make contact.
Good eye. Once again, we have a full house. 2s and 3s.
Change up maybe.
Ooh, that was a close one to take. And it's a full count.
Bat off the shoulder. Let's go.
Don't say anything bad because Dad is in the press box with us, okay?
Be aggressive.
Yep. In the dirt. Good job at that bat by Brennan. So now we got a runner on for Goffstown. And Bree Page, and
Struck out.
yep, she had a K her first time up.
Stay balanced this time.
Right, because you're right, because she was just off-balance swings. Same thing, though, there, too, because if you look at that back leg, it's
Moving,
moving, and you got to keep that back leg planted. If anything,
That's what you're driving
I
off.
remember, who was it, a coach, the squish the buggy thing or something, right, with that? No more squish the buggy.
I might steal Brennan.
That's a pop-up. That's definitely playable.
Go back.
Nice play by the catcher. Those are tough
Yep.
tough balls to catch because of the rotation of the ball. It's spinning like crazy. So we have a pop-up out by Bree Page and Cervella.
Mm.
And I think she struck out her first at bat. And she takes ball one. I think Cervella needs to be aggressive. A good pitch. Take a good swing at it. We've got 2 outs. I don't think you're going to see a bunt. And that's gonna land. I don't know what Brendan was thinking about there. Yeah, 2 outs. You're running on everything. So she hesitated. I don't think it would have mattered much. You know, it wasn't that she was going to get, to third base, but you got to know your situation. 2 outs. As soon as the ball is hit, you're running. So now it's Alex Page, and she was the one who had like that 8-pitch, right? She ended up with a strikeout, but she had a real good long at bat. So now runners at first and second. And she takes a whack at it to second base. Nice job by the second baseman who underhands it, and that was Mia Francisco with a nice play, and that'll do it as we head into the top of the 4th inning, all tied 3-3. And Kaylee Boucher, the leadoff hitter, this is her 3rd time around. She walked and struck out in her first 2 at-bats. A little bit inside for ball 1. I mean, we got a lot of spectators up here. Off speed 2-0. And Boucher swings through that strike. 2-1 count. Got a little bit colder over the last 30 minutes. And
no wind, though.
No wind. See, the boys lacrosse team is either, I'm not sure if they had a game or a practice, but they're heading back into the school.
Oh,
and,
thank you.
Whoa, she takes one. She struck, I mean, that was like over her head, that one. So Gifford will take that. So that's another strikeout for Boucher. And in steps Olivia Salvazo. She struck out, and then she had a beautiful sacrifice bunt. That one's outside for a ball.
She's moving around the box, too.
Yeah. Good velocity, but again, not really finding the location at this point.
Mm.
3 balls, and I think on this one, look, it's her footwork here.
Yeah.
And that's in their first strike. All it takes is one more strike, and then you kind of, even up that situation. But right now, it's a hitter's count.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, what a great pitch by Gifford. That had probably had the most heat on it of all the pitches today. 3-2 count. I think he come back with the same thing. Don't try any off-speed stuff here. Just throw it by her. And she doesn't get her there. So it was yet another full count, probably number 5 for today. And I hate to say it, but I think on most of these full counts, we've walked them, right? So a runner at first base in Salvazo, and in steps Peasley, who's the catcher. She struck out and reached on an error.
Fun coming. No.
And she hits it
Ooh,
right up the
shot.
hole. Nice job. Will she go to third? No. And a nice hit. That's the second hit for the Broncos. And that was well hit right up the middle. So a single for Peasley. We got 1 out with runners at first and second for Talia Duca. the third baseman. And that had good velocity to it, but just a little bit outside. It's a pretty tight strike zone today. But I will say it equally on both sides. I don't see anything. I think she's out. Oh! Our cameraman missed that play. It's okay, Butch. By union rules, you're good. You missed that one.
The pitcher did too.
Yeah. That's a pop-up, and that should be playable, but we don't make an attempt on that one as much. She lost it in the sun, I think, but that one was, I thought that was a playable ball. I mean, it was maybe 3 feet off the line.
Yep.
I'm getting some nods from other people in the booth, so they're confirming my initial thought.
You break on the ball right away.
Yeah. 2-1 count. Strike, and that's runner indifference on that one, right?
Yep.
So now there's runners at second and third with only one out here as the Broncos threaten.
Strike her out.
High, that gets past her. And the third base runner didn't really take an aggressive lead. Had she done it, that she might have tried to go home. But yet we have another full count.
7th one.
Yeah. That looked good as a strike, and it is a strike. A little bit of a delayed call by the umpire, but that is a strikeout for Gifford. Still runners threatening here, second and third base, with number 2 coming up, Courtney Mariolis. She was the one who hit that double.
Yep.
And she walked, so she's somebody who can.
Look at the spacing between right and center. Oh my God.
Yeah. Gifford didn't get that call most of the game, but she got what appeared to be an outside pitch. She got it called for a strike. That one is a little too outside. 1-1 count with 2 outs. Again, this is a critical juncture here for Goffstown. Game is tied 3-3, and we've got runners at second and third. Nice pitch by Gifford, who now is in command with a 1-2.
So I want you to look at Sarbella.
Yeah.
She's using her hand.
Right.
You got a glove on the other hand.
Right.
Why don't you use the
glove? So your glove is
Right.
up. Right, yeah. Yeah.
Anything up, she's going to have trouble with.
Does she wear sunglasses?
I don't know.
Nice way to hang in there. It was a good pitch, but Mariolis, way to hang in there.
I give him my prescriptions, but no, I wouldn't
Yeah.
help her.
1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs here. See if Gifford can
punch her out.
Punch her out on this play.
Got her.
And that is fouled off. And almost a nice catch.
In the lacrosse
stick. Well, I'll tell you, I'm a little nervous here because Mariolis has fought off some really good pitches. And she is the only one so far to have, that's 2 hits, but she had a double. So Goffstown's got to be a little concerned here. And that's strike 3, and she knew it. As soon as it crossed the plate, it was on the inside part of the plate for a strike, and Gifford gets out of a big jam there as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning, all tied up, 3-3. Going into the bottom of the 4th, all tied up, Emily Peterson, number 17. Let's see if she bunts. You got the third baseman in pretty good, but Peterson's got so much speed. And you haven't tested any arms here. You know what I'm saying? Goffstown really hasn't put the ball in play. So you haven't tested any of the fielders' arms. And that is a great bunt by Peterson, and she's going to beat that out by a mile. What a great bunt by Peterson, and I believe somebody up here called that. I'm going to give that credit to, not you, Bill, our cameraman, Butch Gifford, who said, lay it down, and she does. And like we said, she is fast. So now Do you try to steal with Watterson?
I think you bunt Watterson.
Do you bunt Watterson? Let's see. And then go right to third, maybe?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she look how she's 1/3 of the way to second base just on her lead.
Mm-hmm.
Got to take advantage of that speed by Peterson. And that's a pop-up.
Who's going to get it? Nope. Go ahead,
Got to go now. That's a good play by Peterson. Peterson that was a good running play. She couldn't go halfway because she'd be dead, so she went about 1/3 of the way. The ball drops, and she's got enough speed to get to second base to take advantage of an error by the Broncos. So give credit to Emily Peterson for exceptional base running there. And also give credit to Watterson, who, sometimes players, Bill, you've seen it. They pop up and they just kind of drag it down. She went all the way to first base. So runners at first and second with Coyle at the plate. And that is a great stop. Let's see. There's a play at third. Safe! And the trailing runner is Watterson, and she also. So that's a smart base running play by both Peterson and Watterson. So you're taught that when that lead runner goes, you go too, because they can't get both of you out at the same time. So now Coyle with it, 1 ball on her in the count. Runners at second and third. And she pops one back behind the backstop, evens up the count. So here you're looking for, if you make an out, Bill, it's a productive one, meaning that it's a sacrifice fly. It's a.
So look at the third baseman.
Right.
I'd take my lead
and you go as far as the third baseman because the shortstop can't get over there. See, she needs to take a much bigger lead. And I think, I know Matt watches our tapes. Mm-hmm. Our recordings, and you are absolutely right because Peterson can take a lead as far deep as the third baseman.
So are they going to throw the ball to the shortstop cover?
Correct. They can't.
And then she comes home.
Correct. They can't, and that's why she has to go as far as the third baseman.
Come on. Okay, so that's a fielder's choice.
Matt's yelling, "Hit it!" But no need to slide on that one. We got pizza here. Which is excellent. Did you bring some for us? No. That's like, you bring food, like you bring like candy and stuff and you don't share it type of thing. Looks like it's Pizza Market. It is Pizza Market. Is somebody selling it or?
My friend ordered it.
Your friend ordered it for the team. So Goffstown picks up a run, and a runner now, Watterson, is at third base. Gifford gets intentionally walked, and now we got Kaylee. And Gifford runs to second. That's a smart play by the Broncos. I like that because they throw it over to the second baseman in case Watterson was to go home. So second and third for Mullen with 1 strike on her. Oh, that one looks so good coming across the plate. You got to swing at that. And again, a base hit can score. I mean, even just hitting the ball can score a run here. You just got to get a bat on it. Great job by the catcher once again. We've seen some good play by both catchers.
See, third baseman's backed up now.
Right.
She's not as far down as she was before.
Which is smart. Because you're trying to get runs any way you can here, Bill, right? I mean, it's only a 1-run game. Neither team has shown the ability to get base hits. You're just trying to get runners on. Mullen goes down swinging, and that was not a productive out for Mullen, unfortunately. And now we've got 2 outs. A base hit could break this one open for the Grizzlies and get a 3-run lead. And another nice stop by the catcher off of her mask. But you know what? It doesn't matter how you do it. You keep the ball in front of you. And so far, Haley Peasley has done an outstanding job behind the plate for the Broncos. And Brennan fouls one back to even up the count. So the Grizzlies now lead 4-3. They've got runners at second and third. Second is Gifford, third is Watterson.
All we need to do is make contact. Just make contact. Get it through the infield, and we'll be in good shape.
Well, she showed that in that first at bat. Oh, that was a beautiful off-speed pitch.
Sort of fooled her,
yeah,
too.
It was a beautiful one. So now it's a 1-2 count. Now Brennan's got to protect the plate. So again, this has turned into a little bit of a nail biter here. Neither team is kind of pulling away. Second and third. That pitch is high, evens it up at 2-2. And she hits a pop-up, and that should be playable. And she drops it. Unfortunately, she drops it. Goffstown scores 2 runs on that error. And if you're the Broncos, you got to be a little dejected there because that was a rather catchable ball. Not sure if the sun was in her eyes. It is tough here. Those of you who can't see it on film, so it is a little bit tough with the glare here. But it looked like she was under it, just went off her glove. So that brings the lead to 6-3 on that. I'd give that an error, Bill.
Yep.
And now number 14 steps in, Bree Page. And that's a ball to her.
You know, in the warm-ups, I was watching the right fielder, and she looked a little shaky.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I want to take a little bit of a step back. So the key is you got to bat on the ball.
Yeah.
Right? So Brennan, she gets the ball in play, and then the player has to make a play on it. And unfortunately for the Broncos, they weren't able to do it. That's, it's a productive, at least you're getting the ball in play. And that's, as a hitter, that's what you have to try to do.
Oh,
nice job there by the third baseman. Can she get her? No, she's safe. But
I'm going to give her a single, too.
I give her a hit on that play, right, because that ball was torched to third base. And number 23, Talia Duca, did a really great job getting a glove on it, but she wasn't able to get the runner at first. So in steps Cervella, and she's had, I think, 2 Ks or, yeah.
No, base hit, second time.
Oh, she did?
That little nubber up to first base.
Ball's in the dirt, but a nice stop once again by the catcher. Oh, that was a beautiful pitch by number 8. Kiara Chase. That was right down the middle.
Oh, that one could be stung.
Yeah.
Get the bat off your shoulder.
You know, it really is about bat speed here, And I can tell you why she struggles on this, because she brings when the ball is being pitched, she sets up at that time.
Sweep.
She's got to sweep it, right? And you can see it.
Yeah.
And that, I think that's a fixable thing. But it's kind of like a little mini hitch, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to the top of the 5th inning, and Goffstown now leads 6-3, and we'll take a little break. All right, so here we are, the top of the 5th inning. Bill, this reminds me of like a classic Red Sox-Yankees game that's going like 3-4 hours. It's a long game right now. It's only the top of the 5th inning, and we're already an hour and a half in.
But in the professional line, I don't agree in the speed up rules and stuff like that. Don't change the game, all right? I don't care. People are paying big money, all right? If they don't want to stay there 3 hours, fine. All right, you paid for the ticket.
Yeah,
go
but you
home.
know what? I mean, I will say that watching these games, I think today's younger generation, Bill, does not have the attention span to do it. That's one. But when you have like players, like I'll give you a great example, like David Ortiz. He would step out of the box, adjust his gloves like every single time, and that prolongs the game.
Yeah.
You know,
Jeter, same way.
same way.
Rodriguez.
Right. They all did it.
But the minor leagues, they got that clock on the
the
pitcher now.
I saw that at the Fisher Cats, the clock. But you got to, you know something?
Some changes.
Yeah, number 16 is in the game. Sabrina Testa is now at the plate. You got to do something though, Bill, because I think that's a ball. I think a lot of American sports fans, in particular, they're looking for fast-paced action. You know, that's why like sports like basketball and football are getting more fan base. I got to admit myself, you know, like I used to watch a ton of baseball. I watch a lot of playoff. I'll watch baseball games, but it is tough. Foul ball. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Sabrina Testa. Good thing that there's a fence there. That's another ball. That's going to cost the Goffstown School District at least $9. Yeah, I know. Well, going to send the bill to the umpire. That's a 2-2 count now. And that's foul ball. I can see why they want to put her in the game. I mean, she was on the bench, but she's got a pretty good bat here.
She's aggressive.
Exactly. I mean, she's a little bit late on her swings, but if she can get it straightened out, there you go. That's it. There you go. She's got a good stick. So Sabrina Testa, number 16, gets on base with a base hit. And now number 15 is in the game. That's Caliana Secciaroli, and I apologize if I'm stating your name incorrectly. That's in there for a strike. So I'm thinking that maybe Goffstown, the Babe Ruth, more or less the rec league, they're playing here right afterwards, or they're practicing at least, because they got a lot of girls in the outfield behind the fence. So it's an 0-2 count to Secchiarelli, and that's high, 1-2.
No.
See, this is where you want to kind of put some, you want to, I got a 2-2 count. This is where you really want to, right.
Yeah, you got to get an out.
You got to get an out here. But the difference between Alvirne and Goffstown is that Alvirne is, I think they're getting, in some cases, better at bats. They're putting, I think Gifford, in terms of the speed, is a faster pitcher, but they're at least putting the bat on it. And that's a great off-speed pitch. See, this is, if Gifford can do this with great consistency in terms of mixing in the off-speed, she'll be really tough. Right? She struggled with control so far today, but
so this girl sacrificed and was hit by a pitch.
So Catuli now.
She's a bunter.
Yep, she bunted. And let's see if she does it again. Nope. Great stop.
Although the girl at first base doesn't look like
she might not
Usain Bolt. No.
That pitch is high, 2-0. And again, I think, some of their hitters are very aggressive. I'm not so sure that number 13, she got hit by a pitch. She had a sacrifice bunt, so she just seems to be, her job is, she's smart. She says, I'm going to get on base no matter how I get on. And it's a 3-0 count now. So if Gifford walks her, you got runners at first and second, and you're going to be getting close to the top of the order again. And she does on 4 pitches.
Come on, let's go.
So Papa Bear, Butch Gifford, cameraman.
Going to be a tough night for.
Yeah, Papa Gifford can be tough. Although there is I remember there was a basketball game that went awry, and he still took her to Dairy Queen afterwards. So Paige goes out and talks to her. That's a good idea.
This girl's going to bunt the ball.
I think you're right. I think we're gonna see a bunt here.
Well,
they
got to move the runners.
Right,
exactly. You got the top of the lineup coming up.
No disagreement. We got a fairly decent crowd here today for the first game of the season. And it's not like we're the Red Sox where we had like the Patriots come to throw out the first pitch. Oh, that looked good, but the umpire didn't think so.
But she didn't show bunt either, did she?
She didn't. Another lefty batter. So Molin's got to stay alert. And that's a strike. And that one looked, almost a little high, but she gets the call. But that was a rise, so it might have been, good pitch when it crossed the plate. 2-1 count.
They're in at the corners, but I would be move my shortstop in too a little bit. Oh, thank you.
And that she helped her out. You're exactly right, Bill. 2-2 count with one out here in the top of the 5th. We might have to bring Scott Brennan over here to close this game out in the press box. He might have to come in relief for me.
Come on.
3-2 count, another one, number 8 of the game.
Got her.
But she got a piece of it, so good job. So Mia Francisco hanging in there. She's been really tough to get out, so.
Good pitch.
And that is a strikeout. Just what the doctor ordered. 2 outs here. Still a runner at first and second. And up steps Kaylee Boucher. She walked and has 2 strikeouts. Let's see what she does. I'll tell you one thing. The Broncos, they got the coaches got better uniform type of dress today. Like one thing with Fleming, fashion-wise, not so much. I mean, he's wearing the T-shirts and he's I don't know.
Maybe Georges could help him out with a dress.
I think so. I think he's got to do a little bit of shopping at the Grizzly store. Good stop by Paige there. That ball was rising. 2 away. That was a little inside. For a 2-0 count, we got a rookie, I think, at the scoreboard today. 3-0 count.
Step back, Shannon. Get yourself composed. Come on.
Make sure we don't have to bleep you out if you say a bad word there, Mr. Bill. I thought it was coming out of your mouth. And that's a walk to load the bases. In all the years that we've been together, I don't think we've ever had to put you on a 3-second delay.
I hope not.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Well, yeah, so this is, tough spot now for the Grizzlies. Bases are loaded. They've got a 3-run lead, but one hit here could make this a game. And that's a pop-up, and that's going to be in short center. That could be a tough play, and Peterson is there. So, I got to tell you, Matt has had very fast and pretty capable center fielders. Going back to Hannah Baldiga, same type of thing. Landry.
Yep.
Now Peterson. It matters, when you have a good outfielder who can cover a lot of ground, and all those 3 ladies that I just mentioned all had those skill sets. So we're going to head into the bottom of the 5th inning with Goffstown leading 6-3. All right, so we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. And in steps number 15, Alex Page, the catcher, who's had a really great game behind the plate. She stopped a ton of balls, and that is going to be a roofer. Almost off the glass, and we don't have insurance coverage for that. Only kidding, Butch. We do. Broken glass, no deductible.
2 strikes. Let's go.
0-2 count to Page. And that's going to be off, out of play. Really a bad effort there by the fan in the first base side there, I have to tell you. No hot dog for you, sir. So this is another one of these at-bats, Bill, right?
But
where
her bat seems to be
slow. You got it. Yep. And that's going to be a hit. She's got to run hard, though. Got to run hard. And I love the play by the right fielder who made it a close play.
Yep.
So we're going to get a pinch runner in 0-0. And that's Leah Sarvella.
She's pretty quick.
She's fast as well. So we've probably dropped a good 6 or 7 degrees since the beginning of the game, and it's probably now in the, I'd say, mid-40s. Some of the players are wearing a jacket now. First baseman is. And Peterson, who bunted, and I bunt again here. Yeah, exactly. You do want to bunt to first if you can.
Oh, don't
and that
wave
was
at it.
And that was not a good attempt.
Okay, so now the first baseman's come up 3 or 4 steps.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, because if you're trying to do a sack bunt doesn't matter. That's going to be good. Safe. She's so fast. She is so fast. And that one was only not even 3 feet from the plate, my friends. Okay, I just want to make that statement. Now the catcher, in her defense, she was trying to hopefully the ball would spin back, and it didn't.
Oh, it just died.
It just died there. It just spun in a little hole. But it was, like I said, 3 feet off the plate. And so runners at first and second now.
I think you let Watterson hit.
I think you do too. But you've got, because you don't want to, another great play by the catcher. Really? And the catcher's going to Wagner, which is on Staten Island. And you're saying, Scott, how do you know that? I know that because I had a friend of mine who played baseball for Wagner and then transferred to the college where I went to, Butch. So, yeah, Wagner on Staten Island.
Yep.
Or they say Staten Island. Butch has been there once. He crossed the Verrazano Bridge. It cost him $20 to cross.
Well, yeah, it's almost like that now,
right?
isn't it?
Yeah, it's so expensive. Oh, that's another wild pitch. Almost out of play. I'm always amazed, by the way, Bill. Like, you know, I haven't been to. I have a lot of friends and family in the New York metro area, but you know, you go and you cross some of these bridges. It's like you need to bring your paycheck with you.
Have you been on the new Verrazano? We just were on it last summer.
No,
That's
they
amazing.
no, you're talking about the Tappan Zee. You're talking about
Tappan Zee.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I grew up about 15 minutes away from there. Not even, maybe 10. But you're right. It has like what, almost 6 or 7 lanes going in each direction.
Yep.
So the bases are loaded. We got a new pitcher. So now we've got Gifford up with the no
Coyle.
We have Coyle. So I'm going to do a little prediction here. Another one, a grand slammy.
Oh.
Now, if Coyle hits a grand slam, Scott Brennan, I'm predicting it. I'm getting the whoopie pie from this guy here, right? I'm calling it.
God.
I'm calling it right here.
If she doesn't, I can.
You get your whoopie pie back.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it seems fair.
Yeah, come on. We could play this game both ways.
But, okay, Bill, then let's do this. Then I'm going to go for – can you take me to that hibachi place in Pinardville? I haven't been there
What?
yet. No, listen, if she doesn't get the grand slam, we're even on the whoopie
Right.
pie. But if she does get the grand slam, then you take me out for like that steak and shrimp on the hibachi grill?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. I'll have my wife make it.
No. We're going to go to – would they do the shrimp thing and they put it in your in the hat and yeah. The volcano.
Ooh, this girl's got some hops.
Has anybody been to that place yet? That new place in Pinardville, the Japanese restaurant?
Oh, it's in.
Maybe that's where we go for Bruce
in the
Rand's
mall.
retirement. Trampoline, what?
So number 2 is
No.
your pitcher.
Trampoline park. Why would I go to a trampoline park? All right. All right, sports fans. So here's what we got.
So
if we get a grand slam home run here by Coyle, we got Bill treating me to a Japanese hibachi dinner. Anything other than that, we're even.
Peasley. This is the girl.
And we take Coyle with us too. By the way,
Oh.
Don't be cheap, Bill. You guys should all pay.
Ooh, she's quick.
Yeah, how come I have her pitching the whole game? Huh?
Lefty too, isn't it?
Yeah. The ball goes off the bat quicker. That was a great pitch. Great pitch. Come on, Tegan. I want hibachi. Oh, not
Tag
quite.
up and come home.
And we're going to get a run's coming home, and a run scores. So Tegan Coyle with a sacrifice fly, productive out. Runners are still at first and second base. And in comes Gifford. And they could run her with the bases, they could walk her with the bases loaded. And arguably, it might not be a bad decision because behind her, I don't think Mullen has had a hit today. So
no. Go ahead
that's
and go.
off of her. And the runners advance on that wild pitch. That one was just a little bit too speedy, too fast of a pitch for the catcher. It was on the outside part of the plate. She tried to backhand it, but she couldn't. I mean, that would have been a really great effort if she could have got that one. Now, look at the outfield. You can't see it, folks, but the outfielder in left field is pretty much by the fence.
You can almost touch the fence.
Yeah, you can almost touch the fence. And the center fielder, too.
Oh.
And Gifford's way ahead of that one. Yeah, she's like itching here.
Meet the ball. Just meet it.
A 1-1 count. Goffstown leads 7-3 in the bottom of the fifth. That is high. And I think if they're smart, they got to pitch around her here. You got to. I hate to say it, but now you've got to run. You've got the base open. I don't even know why you would even pitch to her here, but unless you think that your pitcher can blow it by her, but. And that is going to be another run scored on a wild pitch, and maybe that's why this pitcher who's come in, maybe that's why she didn't start, because if she's wild, she might have the velocity, but so now it's an 8-3 lead in the bottom of the fifth.
Now you definitely walk her.
Yeah, there is no reason right now, Bill, to pitch to her. On a 3-1 count, too, at that. So it's no reason to pitch to her.
And if she gets on base and steals second,
Yeah,
big deal.
yeah.
Still got it. Ooh, God, almost killed her.
Got to watch out for our athletic trainer, Beth, there.
Well, I think if it hit Matt in the frontal area, it would have been all right.
Yeah, well.
Above the waist.
3-2 count on Gifford. Outside. Good eye by Gifford.
Just take off and go to second.
Well, now she'll take off,
Yeah.
so. So we want to see a good productive at-bat here for Kaylee Mullen, who so far has been a little bit late on the ball.
Plus, this girl's got a little more speed than the other one.
Right. And sometimes, players struggle with a pitcher who's a little bit slower because they're used to hitting fastballs. That's a bunt, and Gifford will take second.
No.
And smart play that was all on Coach Matt Fleming because he saw that the ball was going to go into a bad spot. And he does the same thing there too. So really good. That's good coaching, good third base coaching by Matt Fleming there.
So
the throw hit the third base runner and went towards the shortstop area, and there was nobody there. And Coach Fleming directed his player to head home, and that brings in 2 more runs. Goffstown now leads 9-3. This thing is kind of getting a great stop by the catcher. And it swung a little early, but that's okay. I mean, I'd rather.
Yep.
2-1 count now. A 2-1 count to Kaylee Mullen. Oh, that one looked good.
Oh, my word.
Not sure what she was looking at there, but. So now it's a 2-2 count with 1 away.
This is the same position she was in the third
Yeah.
inning.
And she struggled today at the plate, no doubt about it. So in steps Brennan with a runner at third, and she's hitting away. So we got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Goffstown has added quite a few runs, and they now lead 9-3. A lot of breathing room for him now. Brennan is going to hit the school bus on a bounce. And yes, she does. I got to let first student know, not a really good idea to park the bus there. I mean, me being the former insurance guy, not a good move, right?
I wouldn't park it there.
I wouldn't park it there.
Oh,
way ahead of that one, and she's smiling. Look at that. No ice cream for you on that swing. Everybody's smiling there.
Make contact. Just make contact.
It gets Beyer, and that'll be another run for Goffstown with a weird slide by Gifford. No. Was it? Pop-up?
Yeah. She was A papa slide.
A papa. That was a papa. Ooh. Looked like could have gotten an injured slide to me. 10-3 now. And no, oh, this could hit the bus. Oh, almost. I hope the Brennan family has insurance because that could have been a deductible right there. Although I would not pay that claim. I wouldn't pay the claim because the guy shouldn't park right next to a softball field, clearly. A lot of foul balls here today in Goffstown.
Comes the heater.
And that ball's hit to the nice play
nice
by
play.
the shortstop and out. What a great play
Yep.
by the shortstop. Olivia Salvazo as we head into the top of the 6th inning. What a great play by the shortstop. So I'm going to turn it over to my good friend Scott Brennan, who will be the closer for the broadcast.
Looking for a quick inning after that.
So Peasley is
4-run inning for us.
She's got the single, struck out, and got on with the error on third base. So she's a number 3 hitter for them.
Pretty good bat right here
Yep.
for Alvirne.
High.
Looking for a shutdown inning here.
Good strike.
Very nice pitch there. Shannon seems to be catching her stride later in the game.
It's more mechanical. Oh, there's another good pitch
Nice
too.
pitch. Definitely getting ahead of more of the batters the last 2 innings.
Yeah. Yeah. Got her. Who's got it? Who's got it? All right.
Good to get the first out here in the 6th. And Alvirne's starting to run out of outs here.
So this girl, she's 0 for 2. Struck out and flied out, had a walk. Outside.
One of the lefties in the Alvirne lineup. There's 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
don't have any
No.
lefties in our lineup.
Well, Peterson tries a little bit to go from the left-hand side. I saw it indoors. She'll try to drag a bunt from the left side. I wonder if the ball, it's getting cold. I wonder if the ball's getting slick too.
Yeah.
I've said
And
this
we've lost a few of them, so some of the new ones might not be scuffed up yet.
And I've said time and time again, she would have a rosin bag in her pocket. Yeah, ball 4.
So just looking for outs here with a 7-run lead. 6th inning.
So this girl stroked a double in the 1st inning, got on the base and balls and struck out. So she's come on, Shannon. Good pitch.
And this looks like it should be playable.
Did she see it?
And tough play in the sun there. And that one's going to be an error on the left fielder, although it was a tough play in the sun.
But you notice her coming in. She had the sunglasses on, but she should have used the glove
To shield
to
that
shade
sun.
it. Yeah. This is something that they got to do things like that.
So we have 1st and 2nd now with 1 out.
This girl stroked a single the last time up.
Yeah, right off the bench. She came out swinging. She was pretty aggressive. So she's going to be looking to hack up there again with 2 runners on. Big out right here to try to shut down their momentum. They've built up a little bit here.
Yeah, this girl's a swinger.
Yeah.
I mean, in softball.
Nope. And, ooh, off the second baseman's glove, sharp line drive.
Home!
And they're sending the runner home.
Cut the
and
third,
she
third.
is safe at home. And we got a runner
back.
caught up in a rundown right here between second and third, and we're going to get the out there.
Okay.
Nice play to get the out once she was in the rundown between second and third.
The first girl comes home. And the second girl is out.
At this point in the game, we'll give up a run right there for an out. We have 2 outs now with a 10-4 lead and looking to get out of this inning without any more damage.
And then this girl went to second. Single. Who was that?
Coach Fleming's going out to the mound for a visit. The whole infield is in on the conference.
5, 6. Okay.
2 outs in the 6th. Trying to close this one out on opening day.
Yeah, he struck this girl out 3 times. Or no, twice. And then this is the sub who came in.
Is this her first at bat or second?
Didn't he sub for her? I thought he did Centellini or something like
We'll
that.
start off with a strike right there. Get ahead of the hitter. We got 2 outs. We're looking to shut down this mini rally. We have a 1-1 count now. Runner on second base. 2 outs.
Good pitch.
Nice pitch right there. Getting ahead of the hitter. 1-2 count. Looking for the punch out right here. A little bit high on that pitch. 2-2 count now.
Boy, the sun's creating a problem for the left side of the field. Got her.
Oh, nice change up there. She just got a piece of that. Her timing was definitely off. She was fortunate to still have the bat in her hands right now. Just barely got a piece. Ooh, that was a close one.
Full count.
We get a full count.
Come on, Shannon, let's go. Get her, punch her out.
Big out right here.
Got her.
And line drive to first base. That's the 3rd out of the inning. Nice job getting out of that. Heading to the bottom of the 6th with a 10-4 lead. Things are looking pretty good on opening day here. Let's finish it out strong.
1 hit. One error. 1 person left on base. So 10-4, so we got to get what? 4? Is it a 10-run rule now? So if we get 4 runs, that could finish the game.
Yeah, I didn't know which inning was 10-run rule and which inning was the 12-run rule. So I know 1 is after 5, 1's after 6, and
I would say it'd be 12 first, wouldn't it be?
I think so.
Yeah. This is a long game.
Really has. There was a lot of long innings, the first 2 or 3 innings. Both pitchers were kind of trying to get their footing out there, and
we're over 2 hours.
Had quite a few walks in those first couple innings, and games started to settle down the middle innings, and then Goffstown had that one big rally last inning to give us a nice lead, and looking to pad the lead right now.
Right. And they did pretty well against this girl, even though I think she's a little quicker, but she's a little wild too.
Yeah.
Bree Page, she's got 1 for 3.
Go and that's run. Off her foot.
Ooh.
Foul ball bounced off her foot.
Yeah, it's cold, so you'll be all right. Yep.
Yeah, that never feels good when you foul one off your foot, especially in April. We get a 1-1 count here in the bottom of the 6th.
Oh,
nice hit
stroke.
Right there. Nice line drive right over the third baseman's head into left field. Sharply hit, base hit.
Nice level swing. Didn't try to kill it.
Saya looking for her first hit of the season.
No, she got one.
She did get
that little punch up over first base.
That's right, she did. So looking to pad that right here with another base hit. And she started off with a fastball for a strike.
Watch her hands. This is, I think, her problem. Her hands drop. And then she sweeps. See.
A ball in the dirt.
Yep. See?
A little low, 2-1 count.
So anything up high to her, she's going to have trouble getting to it because she's come to here.
That was a nice pitch on the outside corner. Tough ball to hit, and we're even at 2-2 count now. Got to protect here. Try to put something in play. And that ball is high. We get a full count.
Now you're getting a fast one right down the middle. Got to be aggressive. Got to get the bat off the shoulder.
And that's right down the middle.
Good.
Hit up to first. Off the pitcher's glove and moved the runner up to second base. Did make the out at first, but we did move the runner up.
That's a good job.
Got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Trying to add an insurance run here in the bottom of the 6th.
So Alex is also 1 for 3. She had that base hit up first base that rolled.
We could use another one of those. And first pitch in the dirt. No advance by the runner.
Catcher's getting a workout now with this pitcher.
And that catcher does a nice job. She's knocking them all down.
Good eye.
A little bit high, 2-0 count.
Yep.
And that is a nice pitch down the middle, 2-1 now.
No.
Just got a piece.
Reached.
2-2 count now. She was a little bit off balance, but fouled it off to the right.
Again, you got to be ready to swing.
See if she can move her sister up on the bases here.
Yeah.
And that was strike 3.
She knew it.
Looked like she might have been looking for a different pitch and couldn't pull the trigger on that one.
Now what are we going to do? The
Two
first
beautiful
baseman's
bunts in
come
a row.
First baseman's come
And-
in. Third baseman's deep. I think you could beat the third baseman with a bunt.
Oh, foul ball. Emily Peterson off 2 back-to-back beautiful bunts that she beat out. And now with 2 outs, looking to drive in the runner from second. She definitely has showed her speed here today. And that ball is way outside. We got a 1-1 count.
So that was an interesting move. The second baseman came over behind the pitcher. Emily.
And way out in front, fouling that off. She's in the hole now with 1-2 count. 2 outs. Trying to make contact. Get that runner in and get that insurance run back. Outside, and we are 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Pitchers even have trouble with the sun, too.
And that was a tough pitch. Inside corner, backing off a little bit. Took it for strike 3. And that is the end of the 6th inning. And we go into the top of the 7th. Alvirne's down to their last 3 outs. Goffstown takes a 10-4 lead into the 7th inning on opening day. Looking to go 1-0 on the young season.
So upcoming games look like we're playing.
I believe 4 games next week. Monday will be a tough one. They're going to Winnicott. They have a really nice team.
Winnicott, then we got Exeter.
And then I
home,
think,
Central at home.
Yep, and
away at Keene.
So in between that Central, Exeter and Central game, they're making up the Nashua South.
Are they?
Make up from.
What's that going to be? The 18th then?
The 18th, Nashua South on the road. Okay, so here we are, opening day, looking to close this one out with a victory. Goffstown's got a 10-4 lead. Shannon looking for the complete game victory.
So let's see. So it looks like this girl's been on 2 times, once by a hit and also by a base on balls, and she sacrificed.
So we have a 1-0 count on the. And there's a foul ball for a strike, even in the count at 1-1. Looking to get that first out again, like the last couple innings. That's helped us keep them at bay. In the dirt now, 2-1 count.
Another one, down low.
So we get a 3-1 count on Alvirne's leadoff hitter in the top of the 7th. Nice pitch right there. Full count. Looking to punch out this first batter.
Oh, good
and
pitch.
She got a piece of that one. That was a nice fastball, but she was right on it, fouling it straight back.
Got her.
Ooh, that was very close. Just missed. Ball 4.
All right, so
Another one of Alvirne's lefty hitters up. They're looking to make some noise in the 7th. She runs up the slash but pulls the bat back. We have a 1-0 count.
she's been on base once and went and scored, but
A lot of movement in the infield here. And Shannon locates that one on the outside corner for a strike, a 1-1 count.
another one. Yep.
Right by her on that one. We got a 1-2 count now. Trying to put that first out in the books in the 7th. Just missed again. The runner's going.
Ooh.
And a very risky
Nice
play
throw,
right
though.
there. Just called safely. Beautiful throw and tag. That was a very close play. But a very risky move. Running down 6 runs, and she barely beat that one.
Got her. Oh, my word.
And that was definitely a squeeze job on that one. Looked to be strike 3.
Oh, boy.
And that is another walk on a full count. Looked like she had her on the previous pitch. But now we're looking at 1st and 2nd.
Top
Nobody
of the order.
out.
Top of the order. She's 0 for 2 with 2 walks.
So we're looking to get an out here. 2 runners on, nobody out. And that's a nice fly ball to left field. She's camped under it, and she makes the catch for the first out. Holding the runners at 1st and 2nd. That was a big out. Get that first one. That was a nice catch fighting off that sun in left field. Center and left field, shortstop, third base. Very,
struggling.
very tough sun right now.
This girl hasn't done much.
So we have a 1-0 count. 1 out now. Runners still at 1st and 2nd. Missed high, and we're looking at a 2-0 count now. Trying to pour in a strike right here.
No.
All right, that one gets
Wild.
away back to the backstop, and
Wild pitch.
it is 3-0 count now, and the runners move up to 2nd and 3rd.
Got to bear down. Good pitch. Oh, my God.
Again, do not know where that missed. That was called a ball 4 inside. It looked good from here. We have bases loaded now. We have plays at any base. Again, looking for outs here. We need 2 of them.
This is the 3rd hitter. She has a single in 4 times up.
And that plate and strike zone is getting pretty small here in the 7th inning. 1-0 count. Looked to be right on that outside corner. Did not get the call. So we get that count, that call. High fastball, caught the edge. 1-1 count now. Okay, that one missed high. We have a 2-1 count. No need to panic here. We're just looking for outs. 6-run lead. They do have the bases loaded, but we still are just, we should get an out in this one. Ground ball to shortstop, and she's out at 1st. Run comes home on that one, making it a 10-5 game. But now Alvirne is staring at their last out. 10-5, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Again, those runs don't really mean anything right now. We're looking for the last out right here.
This girl's 0 for 3. No, 0 for 2 with 2 walks.
So we have a 1-0 count here. 2 outs. Looking to shut this down.
Oh, my God.
Another close pitch.
Ooh.
2-0.
Strike zone's getting smaller, I think.
There's a strike right down the middle. Seems like that's where you need it to be called a strike in this last inning.
Another one.
There's another one, and we did not get that call either. It's a 3-1 count.
Gotta be.
If she's missing, they're by
It's
an
not,
inch.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Okay, and this, out to the shortstop, a line drive off her glove. Could not squeeze it, and another run comes home. Making it a 10-6 game. Runners on first and third, still trying to get this last out. Sinking line drive, tough play, could have been made. And we had a ground ball that hits off the third baseman,
That's a
Olivia
single.
Brannon. Bounced off her body, and the runners are safe at first and second. Another run home. It is 10-7 now. Now things are getting a little bit tight. They have the tying run at the plate. Little bit of bad luck there. Tough hop at the end. And we're still staring at that last out to close this opening day game out.
This girl's got 2 singles.
10-7 ball game. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. First pitch fouled off. Getting ahead on this last out. 1 strike count. Who wants the ball here? Trying to make this last out of the opening game.
Keep it in front of you.
All right, that is high. We have a 1-1 count. And they steal, and she is going to be out at third base for the final out of the game. Another questionable call. Down 3 runs with a tying run at the plate.
Yep.
They send the runner to steal third, and it was a beautiful throw by the catcher and right down to Olivia Brannon at third base to make the tag for the final out of the game.
Don't understand that one. All
Yeah,
right, so we walk away with what, 10-7?
10-7 victory opening day.
Take it.
Wasn't perfect, but you're not going to give back the win. You never do. Opening day, we'll take a win. Goffstown starts the season off
Look
with a
for
1-0 record.
Yeah, and positive things. I think we saw a couple kids do some good stuff with the bat.